you. Demetrius Flanagan Fowles or Foles or Fowles?
Fouls.
Fowles. Signs a 1-year extension with the Niners. Played 325 snaps, all on special teams this year. I shouldn't say it was all on special teams. He had 70 snaps at linebacker. He played safety at Arizona and made the transition. We know Azeez Al Shaair has moved on. Who do you think is likely? I mean, the Niners go with a 5-2-4. There's oftentimes sometimes they're going with a 4-man rush and 5 DBs going the nickel look. Sometimes they're going with the dime look, but they're really only playing the 3 linebackers in the base, and they're only playing the base about 20% of the time right now. But who do you think is more likely to start in the base this year if this stays as is and there's no Devin Bush or something like that? Demetrius Flanagan Fowles or Marcelino McCrary Ball? Both, it will be a 3-named player, but which 3-named player will be that third linebacker?
Yeah, I like McCrary Ball here. I think Flanagan Fowles is kind of just a guy they brought back as depth in special teams. But I like McCrary Ball. I think McCrary Ball just has a little more juice and physicality, a little more recklessness to his game than Flanagan Fowles. To me, Flanagan Fowles is a converted safety, and he hits like a converted safety. Marcelino during preseason, maybe I'm, putting too much stock because I watched so much of that preseason, not just, on TV live. I was watching the film of all of it too. And so maybe, McCrary Ball was that one really exciting player on defense at the end of games, and I was tired, so I'm putting a lot of stock. But I think there's a little more speed and explosion to McCrary Ball, and I think there's a little just more raw talent to him. Now, Flanagan Fowles might win the job because McCrary Ball, the one thing he has to become is assignment sound, right, Larry? He's got to become a little more disciplined and get more comfortable playing the position. And maybe he's not going to be ready to do that this upcoming season compared to Flanagan Fowles, who's played a lot of snaps in preseason practice, all of that. But in terms of the talent of the two players, I think McCrary Ball has a little bit more there. And by the way, I don't think we should count out Oren Burks here for the sake of the discussion. I do think he could be there. But if we're talking talent of the players in terms of like coverage skills, movement, all of that, I think Oren Burks is clearly third of these guys. And I think McCrary Ball does have the most in terms of just, I personally just like raw physical talent. If that's not clear, like I like guys that just have traits that I think can become really good players. And I think McCrary Ball has a little bit more of that than Flanagan Fowles, I was more excited about Flanagan Fowles going into last year. I was a little bit disappointed with how he looked in preseason and even in the little time he got to play this year as well. I thought there might be a little bit more there in terms of his physicality and all that, but maybe he's
Flanagan Fowles will start you, man. He'll hit you. I mean, he's had a couple big hits, and he transfers speed to power really well at the point of impact and can really rock you. But I think he's a special teamer at most. I think Marcelino's a Pro Bowl caliber linebacker. I think Marcelino's way better than Flanagan Fowles. So I'll take Marcelino all day, every day. And I like Oren Burks too. He'll hit you, man. And Oren Burks a big dude, man. He's got to be about 6'3", 245. He's kind of an old school linebacker size. He looks a lot bigger than their other backers, but it's Marcelino. Marcelino is the real deal. I don't think people are going to be sitting there going, man, they miss Azeez. I don't think so.
Yeah,
man.
I don't think so either.
They're going to be talking about Marcelino. His instincts, his speed, his tenacity. He loves to hit. I think Marcelino's going to be
somebody
really
mentioned
good.
Another name in there that we shouldn't sleep on. Greg Khan in the chat said, don't sleep on Curtis Robinson. He's right. Yeah. They kept Curtis Robinson on the original 53 this year, so they clearly valued him and wanted him. And then
good special teamer, man. Really good special teamer. I did the Stanford pregame show. Curtis Robinson's a great athlete, really great athlete, and a really smart special teamer.
Do you think we might be a year early on Marcelino, Larry?
What's that?
Do you think we might be a year early on him?
No.
I was thinking between Flanagan Fowles coming back, Burks being paid as a special teamer, maybe there needs to be one more year.
No, I don't think so,
You
man.
don't think so?
I think
You think he's
Marcelino
there
could have
already?
played this year. I think
Okay,
Marcelino
okay.
can. Marcelino's going to fly around and hit, and he's going to put on 5 to 7 pounds of muscle and strength. He's going to work out. He is going to be awesome. He is going to be phenomenal. I'm really excited about Marcelino.